Hey guys, welcome back to 365 Days of SEO. This is Christian Bullock. Today we're talking about a technical SEO topic, and it concerns the knowledge graph. And what we're talking about is knowledge graph optimization. So first, what is the knowledge graph? Well, you gotta think of the knowledge graph as a fancy way of saying it's kind of like the internet, but the knowledge graph is a way that search engines, specifically Google, but also Bing and Yahoo and their search technology, connect things together. So if you do a search for like a movie title, you see a search engine result page that displays the traditional 10 or so results, but you see a bunch of other information being piped in. And that's because of the knowledge graph. And search engines are smart enough to know that, okay, this person's searching for a movie title. They're most likely also looking for things like reviews, like a Rotten Tomatoes score. They're looking for maybe the movie poster, looking for the trailer for the movie, looking for some local show times. So via the knowledge graph, search engines can see and know that all these things are connected. That when a movie title also is connected to things like show times, trailer, movie reviews, etc. And that's only one example. The knowledge graph is very wide and deep. If you search for something on a search engine and you see a little bit more of an expanded result, usually it's displayed on the right-hand side, that's coming from the knowledge graph, right? That's search engines bringing in information because they know when you're searching for something that most likely this information is connected, via all these different things, and they know that that information is going to be useful for the person doing the search. There are also other knowledge graph items when you start searching on Google and you see that autocomplete form, or it gives you a couple of search suggestions. That's sort of a knowledge graph play, as well as an answer box. So if you search for, using a question, you find a call-out answer at the very top of the results. That's also knowledge graph, where search engines pull the most authoritative answer and put it right at the top of the search engine result page. So how do you, as a marketer, online marketer, optimize the knowledge graph for yourself or clients, etc.? Well, you really got to think of the source of where search engines pull in this information. And there's two really big sources for that. The first is Wikipedia. Everyone knows what Wikipedia is. It's an encyclopedia of things. The knowledge graph is all about connecting things. So we're talking about things. Making sure that if you have a client, you can try to get them listed in Wikipedia. You can have references in Wikipedia and certain articles, etc. That's a really good way to potentially get a knowledge graph result for sort of a branded search. The other one is Freebase, freebase.com. And that's something that it's sort of like a very nerdy Wikipedia, and it's something that Google acquired maybe I think 1 or 2 years ago, if not a little bit more than that. But that's where they pull a lot of this knowledge graph information from as well. Not nearly known or nearly as popular as Wikipedia, as it's a very, very really nerdy way of how information is categorized, information is shared, etc. But Freebase is what it's called. So when you're looking to optimize for the knowledge graph, you really want to look at those two big data sources that search engines pull all the information from and try to get either yourself, your client, etc. listed in both of those. Once you do that, it takes time. This is not instantaneous, right? Search engines take some time to start pulling in some more information in your brand results. So if you make these changes, don't look for success overnight. Look for success in a month, 2 months. So search engines can start pulling together, oh, okay, well, I see this entry about something here in Freebase, and it's connected to something in Wikipedia. And here's a search, and we think all these things are connected, and we're going to display this really rich snippet result and this knowledge graph result on the search engine result page for any given search query. So again, that's a way for you to try to optimize for the knowledge graph. As far as an answer box is concerned, that's really tough. One way you can up your chances is to tackle a question that's searched on. But when you do that, you really need to make all kinds of on-page SEO optimizations for that question and make your answer be in a way that search engines can clearly go through all the information, see all the information, and then again, of course, try building some links directly to that URL as well. Again, my name is Christian Bullock, 365 days of SEO.com. This has been about the knowledge graph and optimizing that. 365 days of 365 days of SEO.com. Apologies. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.